The Washington County Health Department relocated to a different facility and held an open house to celebrate. Our Logan Riggenbaugh is in Marietta with more.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The Washington County Health Department moved out of the old children's home. To commemorate, they had a ribbon cutting and an open house. Members of the public were able to tour the new office and meet the staff. Administrative Director Sherry Elam says the relocation took a long time to plan.
This space is really set up in a very accessible way. I mean, you can see when you walk through the doors, they open up and they welcome you instead of long meandering halls that are a little harder to get around for people. We do serve an older population here in Washington County, and to be able to have services available right off the front door is excellent.
The event was sponsored by the Marietta Area Chamber of Commerce and the Muskingum Valley Beverly Waterford Chamber of Commerce. During the ribbon cutting, many guest speakers congratulated the health department. The health department was presented with a certificate from the office of Congressman Michael Rowley. Governor Mike DeWine also issued a proclamation for the event. Sherry believes it's important that the health department is able to serve everyone.
I think for all of us, accessibility is important. Walking upstairs gets harder, and even with mothers with carriages and things like that, or people who need to use scooters. The accessibility is great. We have a restroom here that even has a changing table for adults, so we tried to make it really something for all people.
Their new building is located at 340 Muskingum Drive. Reporting from Marietta, I'm Logan Riggenbaugh for WTAP News. This is home.